these sessions, it is based on our professional experience, migration law, policies, and the changes that are happening in the migration space. Please don't take it for individual circumstances because migration law, if we talk about migration law, it's highly case specific. So whatever information we are sharing here, it may not fit into your individual circumstances. So what we recommend booking individual one-to-one information session or a migration consultation with one of our migration agents so that we can actually assess your circumstances and give you a tailored advice. But yes, whatever is happening in the migration space, every 7 days, like whatever has happened in the past 7 days, we try to discuss in this live session. And it is just for social awareness. It's all to update you guys with the migration law changes and the policies. So, yep, let's begin. Let's begin this session. We already have some comments on TikTok, and we'll start reading those comments, trying to answer those comments in this live session. First one we have is from Guri Sidhu. Guri Sidhu is saying, hi. Hello, Guri. How are you? I hope you're doing well and enjoying your weekend. Ashmit Maharaj is asking, hi, I'm from Fiji, working as a tanker driver. How can I apply for DAMA? Ashmit, for tanker driver, this occupation, I know there was a lot of controversy for this occupation. Recently, one of our employers, they hired so many tanker drivers in Orana region, New South Wales. And in Orana, New South Wales list, tanker drivers are not there in the list. Truck drivers are definitely there in Orana, but not tanker driver. And now, on the recommendation of this particular employer, Orana DAMA is going to update their list and they are going to add tanker driver into their list. But yes, definitely there are DAMA regions like Kimberley DAMA is there, Pilbara DAMA is there, where tanker drivers are already there in the list. So in that case, what you can do is, if you want to apply, start looking at, firstly book a consultation. We can see what's your profile, whether you are eligible for permanent residency in Australia or not. And depending upon your occupation and your skills assessment, what we need to do, we need to suggest you, okay, these are the DAMA region where you can find an employer. If there are online job advertisements, you can apply those jobs advertisements, and if they hire you, they can offer you sponsorship. This is how the process works in Australia for tanker drivers. Okay. Now, coming to our next comment on TikTok, Aliza Podel is asking 75 points, 189 RN aged care, any chance for upcoming round? If we talk about registered nurses and NEC, in registered nurses also, you have a lot of categories. But here we are talking about not elsewhere classified. That's very simple, plain classification of registered nurses. For that, the last time the cutoff was 80 to 85. What I would recommend, if possible, try to improve on your points. May invitation round, already a lot of RNs are there in the queue with 80, 85 points. If they give invite to very few people, then your chances are low. But if it's a huge invitation round, in that case, you may get invite. So if you really want to improve on your possibility, what would be my recommendation? Try to improve on your points. Okay. Now the next one, Guri Sidhu is saying, I'm living in Cairns, Queensland. Any company sponsorship, please let me know. Guri, what we generally do, we are not a recruitment company. However, sometimes we have employer where we have already got their DAMA approved. And in that case, if they say like, okay, do you have some candidate who's very experienced, we can share your resume, right? It's not like we are a recruitment company and we hire and we, offer sponsorship. We don't do that. So please be mindful. Yes, if you are our client, or sometime if you have provided us with your resume and somebody is looking for it, we can share it just in good faith. Okay. Alina is asking, when can I expect 191, which was launched in December 2025? Okay, with 191 right now, the processing times are about 12 months. So within 12 months, you can expect a grant. It can be 6 to 7 months if your file is decision ready. So December, and it's April only 4 months have passed. I think you have to wait. Yeah. Rob is asking, how much time for 186 regional? Regional again comes to occupation, right? If your occupation is in priority, like health is there, you have teaching, those kind of occupation, you can get a 186 grant very soon, like in 4 to 5 months. But if the occupation is not in priority, it can take longer. Even in regional, it can take 7, 8, or maybe up to 12 months. Yeah. Ashmit is saying, can you help us finding the employer? As I mentioned, Ashmit, we are not a recruitment agency. We solely deal with migration consultation and migration law. We don't help people in finding employers. Yes, but if we have employer where we have done their DAMA approval, if they ask us and if somebody is there, we can just recommend, but we don't do recruitment. Okay. Kashmiri is asking, cafe restaurant manager for 482. If not in DAMA, any other way can we get 482? Yes, there is a way. Specialty stream. If you are earning more than $135,000 per annum plus super, which is very high, I know. In that case, you can be anywhere, need not to be in DAMA, and still the employer can sponsor you. Okay. Umair is asking, job title record manager, duties officer manager in RTO. Can I claim office manager experience?
Nigga, what goes
This
up
type of
must
question, I think
come
you should
down.
not be relying on
Bon
life
voyage,
session
little
where I'm
nigga.
just
What
providing you
goes
general
up
information.
must
You have to
come
look
down.
into every beauty of yours, match it with the ENSCO, and suggest you something. Always book a migration consultation, one-to-one session with our migration agents.
Migration
Please don't just
consultation,
like
one-to-one session
seek
with our
advice.
migration agents.
If it's
Please
general,
don't
I
just
can
like,
definitely
seek
provide you some
advice.
assistance here
If
in
it's
this
general,
live
I
session.
can
But
definitely
case
provide you
specific
some
migration
assistance
law
here
is
in
very
this live
complex.
session.
So
But
don't
case
expect me to
specific
answer
migration
here
law is
on
very
this. I'm so
complex.
sorry.
So don't expect me to
Now the
answer
next
here
one,
on
does
this.
our
I'm so
title
sorry.
need to be aligned
Now
with
the
our
next one,
occupation you're
does our
selected,
title
even though
need to be
job
aligned
description
with our
are
occupation
same?
you're
This
selected,
is a
even
very
though job
controversial
description are
topic when it
same?
comes to job
This is a
titles
very
and job
controversial
duties.
topic when
I
it comes
totally
to
understand in some of the
I
companies their
totally
job
understand
titles
in some
they
of the
won't match with
companies
the
their
end
job
scope, right?
titles they
But
won't
the
match
job
with the end
duties, if you're
scope, right?
performing like
But the
100%,
job
the
duties,
job
if you're
duties of an
performing
end
like
scope,
100%,
the
the
title is
job duties
different. You
of an
can
end
still
scope,
claim
the
points.
title
You
is
can still
different, you
claim
can
work
still claim
experience,
points,
right?
you can still claim work experience, right?
186 TRT Metro
186
non-accredited
TRT
occupation is horse
Metro
trainer lodged
non-accredited
in November
occupation is horse
2024.
trainer
When
lodged
can
in
I
November
expect the
2024.
decision? It
When
is
can I
taking
expect
time.
the
I don't
decision?
know
It
what's
is taking
happening right
time.
now with
I don't
186
know what's
TRT,
happening
186
right now
DE.
with 186
Anyone who is
TRT,
in
186
metro, it's
DE.
taking up to 2
Anyone who
years.
is
So
in
anywhere
metro,
from
it's
12
taking
months to
up
2
to 2
years. It
years. So
is
anywhere
taking,
from
even
12
if it's
months to 2
TRT
years.
stream.
It is
So
taking,
you have to be
even if
patient.
it's TRT stream.
Hopefully
So
you
you
will
have to be
soon
patient.
hear from the
Hopefully
department
you will
if they're asking
soon
for
hear from the
S56 for
department
your
if
health
they're asking for
examination.
S56
Definitely
for
health
your health
examinations are by
examination.
now. They
Definitely
are
health
expired, so
examinations
they
are
will
by
ask
now.
for
They are
another health
expired, so they will
examination
ask
soon.
for another health examination soon.
Uh, okay.
Uh,
Now the next
okay.
one after Umair,
Now the
Randhawa
next
DS,
one
80
after
point
Umair,
Queensland
Randhawa
for
DS. 80 point
190. And what's your
Queensland for
occupation, Randhawa? You
190. And
cannot
what's
just
your
ask me a
occupation,
question
Randhawa?
without mentioning
You
the
cannot just
occupation.
ask me a question without mentioning
Paras,
the
any
occupation.
idea about community
Paras,
service for
any
PR
idea
with 90
about
points
community service for
and
PR
95
with
points for
90
491?
points
What's
and
your
95 points for
state?
491?
Please
What's
mention your state, your occupation, your
Please
points.
mention
If you
your
want me to
state,
answer
your
something,
occupation,
okay?
your points
So
if you
state
want me
is
to answer
important.
something. Okay?
Need to know the
So
occupation
state
and
is
need to know the
important.
points as well.
Need to know the occupation and need to know the points.
Bhupinder
as well.
Barar is saying how much time is
Bhupinder
taking for
Barar is saying
nomination,
how much
nomination for
time
which
is
visa?
taking for nomination,
Every
nomination for which
subclass,
visa?
there is a different
Every
processing
visa
time for the
subclass, there is
nomination.
a different
So please
processing time
mention
for the
complete
nomination.
question
So
whenever you
please
ask
mention complete
mention
question
about your
whenever you're asking
occupation, mention
question.
about the state,
Mention about your
mention about the
occupation,
visa
mention about the
subclass.
state, mention about the visa subclass.
Kasun Mahila is asking,
Kasun
can we apply?
Mahila is
We have
asking,
applied Bonnet 6,
can we
okay?
apply?
Last year
We have
June.
applied Bonnet
What's
6,
the processing
okay?
time?
Last year June.
186
What's the
again and
processing
again
time?
I'm mentioning if
186
it's priority
again and again
occupation,
I'm mentioning if
occupation
it's
means
priority
health,
occupation,
teaching,
priority occupation
social
means
worker,
health,
right? They are
teaching,
priority.
social
If
worker,
it's
right?
priority,
They are priority.
it can take
If
like
it's
6 to 8 months. You
priority,
can get
it
a
can
grant.
take
If
like
it's
6 to
not
8 months. You can
priority,
get a
it can
grant.
take up
If
to
it's
2
not
years.
priority,
12
it can
months to
take
18
up to
months,
2
that's
years.
the processing time
12
right
months
now.
to 18
But I've
months,
seen
that's the
people
processing
getting
time
within
right now.
2 years.
But I've
like
seen
it's taking
people
up to
getting
2 years.
within 2
So
years.
recently
Like
we
it's
got a
taking up to 2
carpenter.
years.
After
So
2 year,
recently we
we
got
got
a
a grant for
carpenter.
carpenter.
After two
Even
year
though
we
they
got
are
a grant
saying
for
they
carpenter.
are right now
Even though
looking
they
for
are
construction
saying
worker,
they are
but
right
just
now
because
looking for
carpenter are
construction
not
worker,
in the
but
priority
just because
occupation list
carpenter are not in
for
the priority
186
occupation
purposes.
list
Okay.
for 186 purposes. Okay.
As community service has very low
As
invitation
community
this year,
service has
definitely.
very low
Community
invitation
workers
this year,
only in Western
definitely.
Australia in
Community
November
workers
invitation
only in
round, they
Western
invited
Australia in
few
November
community
invitation
workers.
round. They invited
Afterwards,
few
like I
community
heard some
workers.
in New South Wales.
Afterwards, like I heard
Queensland, they
some
don't
in
have
New South
community
Wales.
workers in their list
Queensland, they
itself.
don't have
So
community
community workers
workers
are
in their
not
list
getting
itself.
many
So
invites
community
this
workers are
financial
not
year.
getting
We have
many
seen it
invites
clearly.
this financial year. We have seen it clearly.
Can I do? Okay, Randhava, we
Can I
said Queensland
do?
for
Okay,
190, but you
Randhava,
didn't
you
mention
said
your
Queensland
occupation.
for
I read
190,
you
but you
full.
didn't mention your
Can you
occupation.
talk about
I read
study
your full.
points? Kashmiri,
Can you talk
what you
about
want to
study
know about
points?
study
Kashmiri,
points?
what
There
you
are
know
so
want
many
to know
things to
about
talk
study
about study
points?
points, and
There are
I
so
can
many
talk
things to talk about
for
study
2 hours
points,
about
and I
study
can
points.
talk
Please
for
mention
2 hours
what
about
exactly
study
you want
points.
to know
Please
about
mention
study
what
points.
exactly you want to know about study points.
Ish, Sabina Magar.
Ish,
Hi, you
Sabina
skipped the
Magar.
queue. Santosh,
Hi, you
where? I
skipped the
didn't skip the
queue.
queue.
Santosh, where?
Your
I didn't
question
skip the
is,
queue. Your question
question is not
is,
here. Yeah.
your question is not
Santosh,
here.
I
Yeah.
cannot find your question
Santosh, I
anywhere.
cannot
And somebody
find
saying
your
you can
question
be
anywhere.
actress Neat.
And
Oh,
somebody
that's
saying you
great.
can be actress
Like
Neat.
that's a very
Oh,
good
that's
compliment.
great.
But I'm
Like
happy
that's a very
being
good compliment. But
lawyer
I'm
and
happy
being a
being
migration agent. I'm pretty
lawyer
happy
and
right
being
now.
a migration agent. I'm pretty happy
We
right
are
now.
from Bendigo,
Um,
Victoria.
we
Okay, Kasun. And what do you want to know about? You are from Bendigo, I understand. And you have applied for 186. And how is the processing time? Yeah, it depends upon your occupation. I mentioned if it's priority, then it can be quicker. What's the minimum employment in months required for engineer to apply for 190 in Queensland? In Queensland, it depends. If you are a Queensland graduate, 6 months. If you are skilled worker working in Queensland, it is 9 months. 9 months right now. Thanks for answering. I'm sitting on 18 months now. Fingers crossed, anytime from now to 6 months. Yes, Jovan. Yeah, anytime from now to 6 months. Yep. Sabina. Okay, let me read that. Um, how long it takes 491 grant in New South Wales in chef? 491, it solely depends upon so many reasons, so many things like occupation. First of all, you might have seen on our social media, we posted yesterday a video about 491 grant in 2 months in occupation, that is enroll nurse from Western Australia. And similarly, we got many RN as well, 4 to 5 months. We got it in RN. But there are chefs, those who are waiting for more than 2 years. But recently, we got 491 as a cafe restaurant manager in New South Wales, that we got in 7 months. So it depends upon number of factors like which state you are sitting, which regional area, basically how far regional it is. If you are in Queensland, in Gold Coast, and if somebody is sitting in Rockhampton, the processing time is going to be quicker for Rockhampton. Okay, so depend upon number of factors. Okay, working in rural Victoria, JD Concreting is asking, as ECT Superior English Skill Partner. ECT, if you have very good points, as you said, Superior English, very good. That thing is really good. And you are working as well in ECT. If your salary is also higher, the chances in Victoria are better. Otherwise, Victoria is very particular this year about higher salary. Skill partner, you already have. Superior English, you already have. Higher salary, that's another factor. Okay. Shravan is asking, oh, I forgot to go to Facebook and see if we have something on Facebook. I know nowadays all of this young generation, it's all there on TikTok, and we always get all the comments and all the audience from on TikTok. There's a lot of echo on Facebook. Somebody is saying a lot of echo. I think it's settled now. Hi, ma'am. Manjot Sohal is saying, I sent you an email yesterday. Can you please check? Yes, Manjot, I have seen that email. I am going to reply all the email. So generally, please allow us about 24 hours to reply to your emails. I have seen it. It was just about to, I was about to finish and I saw your email. I'll reply today. Okay. Is aged care worker under priority occupation list? No, it's not under priority occupation list. It is not in the list for visas, but yes, for employer sponsored visa, that's in priority. Yeah, that's there. I am now going back to TikTok. Okay, Shravan is saying RN Queensland graduate 190 chances, 80 points, including state and including partner. Shravan, Queensland mentioned many times before as well. Queensland is all about higher salary, superior English, skilled partner. They are not looking at points. Trust me. If you have these three factors and plus another one is work experience, if you have more than 2 years of work experience, then your file will be prioritized. Doesn't matter what the occupation is, this is their criteria for inviting people for Queensland for 190 and 491. Okay. Coming to next one. I need work experience in WA as enroll nurse. In enroll nurse, there are two pathways in WA. One is Schedule 1. Schedule 1 means you have work experience anywhere, like 1 year of work experience as an EN. Anywhere. It can be overseas, it can be in any other state. You fall under Schedule 1 with 1 year of experience. Coming to second pathway for Western Australia as enroll nurse, that is, see, I don't know, my train of thoughts just got blocked. Second pathway is Western Australian graduates. Western Australian graduates, for that, there's no skill employment requirement. So ultimately, the answer is if you're going under Schedule 1, 1 year of work experience, under graduate pathway, no work experience required. Okay? I hope that makes sense. All right. Harry is saying welder applied 186 direct entry in November 2025. Melbourne decision ready file. When can I expect? Welder, they are not in priority for 186. So it will be under standard processing time. And the standard processing time, as I mentioned many times earlier as well in today's session, it's 12 to 18 months, it can go up to 2 years. That's standard. Okay. Accountant. So, what do you want to know about accountant, Rupak? Hawk is saying, what about cybersecurity in Western Australia? Waiting for a long time, 85. Trust me, Hawk, Western Australia is not prioritizing any ICT occupation. Whether you're working in your field, whether you are a Western Australian graduate, they are not looking at IT occupation recently. Start looking for, if you're working in occupation, I think start looking for employer sponsored visa options. If your visa is expiring, Western Australia seems to be hopeless for ICT occupations, IT occupations. Somil Kurani is asking, any chance for 190 working as ECT in TAS for past 1 year on the skill pathway have ECT skills assessment? Somil, good chances are there. In Tasmania, definitely, if you're meeting the criteria for Tasmania, Tasmania will invite you. Just keep working in your nominated field. Tasmania is a very good state for ECTs right now. Somil Kurani, I already answered. Hawk, I already answered. Fiona, sorry, the questions are just going so quickly. I'm missing on few. It's just going so quick. Fiona, where is your question? Chef in Western Australia, 90 points, 491. Any chance round happening soon? Round is definitely going to happen soon. And chefs, if your EOI is lodged like way back, let's say about 18 months ago or 19 months ago, at this point, definitely good chances are there for chefs. If you are a WA graduate, good chances are there for chef. Otherwise, they are not prioritizing chefs at this moment. Only on which round was that? 6th of March round, they invited chefs and cafe restaurant manager. I applied 186 in 2024. 0007 is asking. In 2024, about 20 months ago, and I'm still waiting. What's the processing time? As I mentioned again and again, I'm mentioning about 186. It's taking up to 2 years, anywhere from 12 months to 18 months. That's the processing time standard for 90% of applications. But then 10% of application can take up to 2 years. I question so many times. Just Noordeep, I really don't know where is your question. Please answer, please answer, please answer. But where is your question? I cannot find your question anywhere, just Noor. Could you please write your question again? I'll definitely answer. No, your question is not there. Are you guys trying to trick me? Some of you are saying I'm skipping your questions, but like there is no question. Just no, your question is not there. Tony is asking, any chance to get bridging visa B from C? No chance at all. If your bridging visa C is already active, no chance means no chance. Santosh, any chance for ECT with 70.5 points, including state, working in regional New South Wales for 5 months? ECT in New South Wales for 5 months, they are actually looking at, so you're asking about 491. 75 points for 491 if you have. Wait for pathway 1 to be open. So that would be now in next year only. Like next year means like after next financial year. So after 30th of June only we can expect. By then you will have 6 months of working as an ECT. Make sure your salary is good. That's what New South Wales is going to look at. Okay. Just Noor, your question is again not there. If you have posted recently, I don't know. I cannot see anywhere. Kaushi is asking ECT working in regional Queensland with 75 plus 5 points for 190, completed 1 year of experience as an ECT. Kaushi, Queensland is about skill partner, not about points. Skill partner, superior English, your years of experience that you have already, and higher salary. So if you meet these four criteria, then expect something from Queensland. Otherwise, the chances are not so good in Queensland. Okay. I'll just read a few more comments on Facebook, actually. On Facebook, somebody is saying, any chance for 190 working as ECT? Somil, I answered your question on TikTok, I guess, already. Kevin is saying, hi, Neet, how about accountant in Darwin on Tasmania? Which one is better state? Kevin, if you talk about Northern Territory, there the requirement is minimum 12 months working in a Northern Territory as an accountant. Then the chances would be better. In Tasmania, the requirements are 6 months to 12 months, again, 6 months to 9 months. So, whichever state you're getting a job as an accountant out of these two, I think better go for that state and also look for alternative employer sponsored visa options. Jasmeet Bans is asking, I have 3 years experience as a welder in India, 65 points, any chance of invite? Yes, chances are there. If you have your own 65.189, there is a chance. If you have 65 points, including state for 491, apply to every state where offshore quota is there. And don't just stick to one state, apply to every state, then the chances would be better. Okay. I answered this, answered this. Now going back to our TikTok platform. Tony, can we get work rights? 491, previous unlawful, no work rights, and any good hope now applied for 491. Tony, this is something very case specific advice. I recommend you booking a consultation with any of our registered migration agents, and we will be able to assist you then, right? So don't seek advice only from just general information session. This is something complex and a case specific, okay? Sam Virk is asking how ma'am wife is working in regional Victoria, partner working in metro, ROI submitted for 491, partner job. Okay, Sam, Victoria is not having any such requirement that partner also needs to be in regional. There are states where the requirement is there, but not in Victoria. Can we apply every state? Congo. I'm talking about offshore. From offshore, you can apply to every state. There is no restriction. LOG, how long it takes DOHA to allocate 494 seat variation to employer in West Australia, Pilbara, DAMA. It is taking, let's say, in DAR endorsement is there for the deed of variation, and after that it goes to department. It is taking right now 3 months, about 3 months, 3 to 4, it can take somewhere around. Okay. Prashant is asking WA 85 points, 190 chances, recently submitted EOI. Good chances are there in WA. Just need to be patient. You can't expect very quick, but yes, WA is a good state for ECT. Navneet, ECT New South Wales. ECT New South Wales means work in nominated occupation, though there's no mandatory requirement, but that's what is being prioritized recently. Higher salary, skill partner, superior English. With D is asking, with 3 years as a cook and want to apply for 186, needs continue work with employer till the approval. As such, that's not a requirement. But yeah, then there are certain things like how you can strengthen your application. Again, talk to us if you want to discuss about this case. Abhishek is saying 85 points plus 5, IT system analyst, no experience in New South Wales. Is it possible? You might have seen in New South Wales, they are prioritizing with experience. They are prioritizing ICT occupation with very high points. I've seen recent invites at 100 points, 105 points, and people are earning about 100K, 105K. That's what the recent cutoff and the recent trend in New South Wales for ICT. Okay, guys, we have just 3 minutes to go and we will be wrapping it up very soon. And then we will see you next week. I know last week was pretty challenging. There were few changes in migration. We have updated you. Please always stay tuned to any good migration agents social media platform where they update you with all the changes and keep yourself up to date with migration. Reason, just because nowadays what's happening, let's say today you have taken some advice from your registered migration agent or from your lawyer. So what's happening after that, maybe next day there are some changes, whatever advice you have taken, that will no longer be valid advice. So it's better if you can stay yourself up to date with the migration changes, the policy changes. And yes, that's the very good way if you stay tuned to our channel, Visa Empire, because we keep you posted on every minute change that's happening in migration law space. Okay, now I'll start reading again comments for next 2 minutes. Manpreet Singh Bakshi is asking, I have 1 year of experience. Certificate 4 is going on. Can I apply for 494? 494, the standard 494, the requirement is 3 years of experience. Then there are DAMA regions where the requirement varies, which DAMA you are. So again, it's case specific advice. Please seek migration consultation. Rocky is saying, which regional area is best for IT if you get a job? The regional state best for IT if you get a job, Tasmania, ACT, Northern Territory. But then their requirements are 6 months job, 9 months job, 12 months job in Northern Territory. So yeah, I would highly recommend for all ICT occupation, if you don't have like 100 plus points, better start looking for employer sponsored visa option. Don't stick to skill pathway because ICT is going to be, very, very, very challenging in the coming days. I answered this. Nesin is asking 90 points CE for 491. Any chance for invitation? I am WA resident. CE means I'm very poor at abbreviation sometime. So if you can just elaborate, what is CE? What is CE? I don't know. I worked as an EN for 2 years in South Australia, now moved to Western Australia last week. Any chance in this financial year? Yes, chances are there, especially if you fall under Schedule 1. Schedule 1 means 1 year of experience as an EN anywhere. Gil Just is asking 75 points for 491 in Victoria as an ECT. Less chances are there in Victoria. If you're not working in occupation, if you don't have skill partner, not higher salary, very less chances in Victoria. And Karandeep is asking, I've worked as an EN for 2 years. Oh, yeah, I already answered Karandeep. And I already answered this one. Karan Nagra, how long New South Wales nomination takes after invitation? Can take up to 8 weeks, but we got many in 2 to 3 weeks, but up to 8 weeks can be the processing. Please suggest a course after enroll nurse in Tasmania. After studying enroll nursing, you want now to go to Tasmania and study anything, RN would be the best course. After EN, that would be my recommendation. Constructions are the best courses, but after EN, definitely not a construction course because it takes so much longer. RN would be the best profile for an EN to study further. Okay. All good, all good, all good. I answered this one. Okay, guys, let's wrap it up. It's already time. We'll see you next week, same time, 10:30 Perth time. And if you have any question, case specific advice, if you're looking for tailored advice, always recommend booking a consultation either with us at Visa Empire or seek advice from any professional registered migration agent. Don't seek advice only from social media platforms. These are for general information. Definitely, we inform you a lot, even if it's not like if we are just bound by certain things, but we try to give you a lot of information on our social media platform. But yes, case specific advice, please seek registered migration agents consultation or book a consultation with Visa Empire. Until next week, stay tuned to Visa Empire for